Hey you guys, it is Adonyss Illusion, the illusion that causes confusion with our Boulet Brothers Dragula Season 3, Episode 5 review. Coming straight to ya. You know, honey, I'm trying to keep up with when the episodes come out, but they come out whenever Amazon wants them to come out, you know. So we back with the tea, the drag. Okay. See, I need some honey tea with some ginger. But we back for the Dragula review. This is what we're here to do. So up first, we have the Boulet Brothers cleaning some type of kitchen. And just like your mom when she's cleaning, they want help with the cleaning. They can't just clean it. They can't just wake up and decide to clean and, you know, clean. They need you to be helping, your little brother, your little sister to be helping. So they move this plant and there's blood under it, which is shenanigans. And then there's this other bloody mess to the side, and one of the Boulet brothers starts scrubbing it with this muscle dude. She starts helping him scrub it, and she starts saying it's not, and he says it's almost clean. And then the Boulet brother says it's not almost clean, and they're using Ajax, and you can tell it's baby powder in this Ajax container, but still it served its purpose, its effect. So I lived for it. And then she takes the Ajax and she lets him have it. She douses him. Baby, she doused him with that Ajax. So then I guess they got annoyed enough to kill the little muscle dude. So they killed both of their helpers, or whatever their names are. All right, now we're at the intro. Dragula. Dragula. You see what a sinus infection will do for you. Baby, a sinus infection will have your Dragula vocals on 12, honey. So they walk into the workroom to see what's poppin'. Of course. They always walk in to the workroom, and they're always trying and figure out or predict who had went home last night, because they don't know. The competitors never know who goes home in the previous challenge until they're getting ready in the workroom that morning, which I love, that little aspect. Because I like surprises. So Dahlia says she looked like a White Walker. They're saying they're glad that she used her little key of life because she didn't do good in the challenge. And now she's saying, I just hope that Madeline's still here. Last episode, she said, I hope that the source of all evil is gone. And she was talking about Madeline. So Dahlia is seeming extremely, she's seeming extremely, she's just, there's no loyalty there. I hate to sound like Bad Girls Club, but Dahlia Black is being fake. She is being fake. So Halloween goes, no matter what choice Dahlia would have made to save herself or to send someone else, it still would have been saving herself from extermination no matter what. And Eva says that Maxie held her own in the challenge, but Madeline looked way better than her. I'm like, whatever. Halloween says that Maxie killed it in her own way, which she did. She slayed. She came with the real tea about Madeline. Halloween says now that it's getting down to the nitty gritty, we're gonna have to see amazing performers go home. And Madeline Hatter walks in. And Louisiana says, like roaches and Cher, you cannot kill Madeline, honey. But you can. You just have to say you're gonna humiliate her and then she'll wig out. And Madeline says that her way of processing is by anger. She said, I just put forth the extra effort and did what I had to do. Yeah, Madeline's not exactly my cup of tea. She says she doesn't give a fuck how it's seen by anyone. Oh my goodness, I shook the whole setup. Okie dokie. Priscilla Chambers says, I was thinking, fuck Dahlia. Because Madeline was up for extermination only because Dahlia saved herself with the key. And Madeline admits that Maxie slayed her in the challenge. And then Dahlia says that she has to remind Madeline that look-wise, her looks are always on point, where Maxie's have sometimes been a miss. Yeah, Maxie was pretty awesome. I respected her polka and her baklava, and Eva, of course, is saying, I'm glad I don't have to hear about it. And I'm like, I don't know what is wrong. What is your problem with polka and baklava? Like, you're gonna have to chill out on that. So the alarm rings and it says, please make your way to the stage. Once again, competitors, please make your way to the main stage at this time. Intense orchestral music. Now the Boulet Brothers are about to tell them what the challenge is gonna be. You know, for a couple of reviews, I was writing out these notes, and I was writing out the notes because I didn't want to seem like I was just watching along, when really that's fine. But I was writing out these notes and the videos were ending up being like about 11 minutes, 14 minutes, and I just felt like I was like running through it, like rushing through the video. And I'm thinking I need to do a mix of taking the notes and doing the notes and watching along. so that it can be somewhere in the middle, because I'm still new to this and I don't exactly know how long the damn video should be. But I know this is the most organic and natural way. So they're telling the girls they have a trash challenge and that they can only use permanent markers on their makeup, which is kind of cool because I use permanent markers. Like for my eyebrow's permanent marker. The ends of my eyeliner is permanent marker. My green lipstick is permanent marker. The permanent marker. My new drag name is Permanent Marker. Ooh, permanent marker. Ooh, that's cute. Dragula. Ooh, see? You see the way the vocals are set up? Yeah, it's how the vocals are set up. Ooh. Priscilla says, I'm here to show the whole world that I can take back that title and make something great with it. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Now she has her chance to tell her story. She says, since a teen, I was addicted to drugs. And drag kept me away from all those terrible, nasty things. So she says it was unfortunate to see herself go from this powerful drag queen to being a drug-addicted person and then leading her to have no place to stay. And that is extremely sad to me, and I'm glad she got that out to the whole group, not just Madeline across the room. And yeah. Well, yeah, darn, that looks like they... So Israel brings markers in and these paper face things. The ones with your face on the paper and then you draw the makeup in. So Madeline Hatter takes Priscilla Chambers across the room to talk about how their stories are similar. And so they start talking about it. Madeline says she was homeless in New York. And no shade, that sounds so fucking scary. I don't know why homeless in New York sounds scarier than homeless in San Diego. I've been homeless in San Diego, and I just imagine New York being way scarier. So Madeline says that through being an artist, she changed her life and found her way out of addiction. Priscilla says she's still counting days. She's only been sober for a couple of months. And she said, I want this so bad, and she had to go through withdrawals every single night. And she says if she wouldn't have been casted, she would still be on drugs right now. And and then she goes, I'll wait, because Hollow Eve is across the room playing with Sharpie makeup, which is what they're supposed to be doing right now. And Hollow starts laughing because the Sharpie makeup is funny. I mean, Sharpie makeup is a kiki, no tea. But Priscilla feels disrespected just because someone across the room was laughing while she was spilling her heart to Madeline in a corner all the way across the room. So I guess she wanted everyone to shut up. She wanted them to be seen and not heard while she was speaking about her addiction in the corner. So then she comes over and she starts this Sharpie tutorial because apparently she's the resident Sharpie girl in the group. And she does this Sharpie tutorial and she starts showing the girls little tips on the Sharpie. And they all start laughing and having fun. Suddenly it's okay to laugh about the Sharpie. But it wasn't okay when it was Hollow Eve by herself laughing across the room. So that is what got me. That was weird. It was like Hollow can't laugh, but all of our gay asses can start laughing. And that was lame to me. Because I was like, how are you going to go from being offended by somebody laughing at their Sharpie makeup to going and doing a tutorial and starting to laugh at your Sharpie makeup with everyone else? I don't know how it works. I do not know how it works. So the challenge is to make their costumes with trash. So Eva Destruction is making this costume out of razor blades, disposable razor blades. And Madeline Hatter's making this Elizabethan Alexander McQueen type thing. And, I just, I don't really do that. No, but then Louisiana Purchase, hers is going to be inspired by Biohazard and neon green and electric pink and electric orange and neon this and just neon on me. Give me a different silhouette. Ooh, different silhouette, couture. And she says it's inspired by if Divine had relations with Lana Del Rey. And Landon says that they are very into Poseidon and really excited about it to bring another side. Landon says the hair is recycled, the bodysuit is recycled. They're using the 6 soda can holders, the plastic 6-ring soda can holders. Hollow Eve is making a statement on how women are treated like garbage and made to feel ashamed. Made to feel ashamed. La, la, la. She says she attached two panty liners to each other and then sewed them. Then she laced them together, and the entire look is just a homage to women. Go women! All right. Energetic electro music plays to the beat. So now Priscilla decides to reflect on Hollow laughing without knowing anything about what she was talking about or hearing it at all for that matter. And then Priscilla says she wants an apology. And then Madeline says, you can't just not say something. And I'm like, yeah, you can, because Hollow did not try to offend you, nor did she do anything that really warrants you to be offended. So that is something else. I can't really understand it. She said, I'm trying to express how I feel, and I just felt a little disrespected. It's not a joke to me. And I'm sitting here like, you know what, Priscilla, you're tripping. Hollow did nothing wrong in this instance. So Priscilla leaves the room, and then Madeline says, I'm gonna go talk to her. Which means Madeline's gonna go blow a bunch of hot air and gas her. Sometimes you gas your friends. So then Madeline goes in the bathroom and Priscilla's crying, talking about feeling disregarded and how at home she feels so trashy, which has nothing to do with this competition. So then she also says that people are focused on starting drama and using this platform for BS. And I'm like, girl, you're using this platform for drug addiction awareness right now. So what are you talking about? It's crazy. She says, it's not about my voice being heard. It's about beating someone out for the crown. And I'm like, then why did you want your voice to be heard? It's crazy. So she's saying the opposite of what she's doing and feeling. And then Halloween says she's going to go in there. And when she gets there, Madeline's talking about the bullshittery that Hollow was doing. And the fact that Hollow is a person seeking appearance and attention. And so then Hollow just turns right back around. It was so hilarious to me. Hollow was heading back there to apologize for nothing, and she got stopped in her tracks, and it was hilarious. And Hollow goes, what's being talked about there is not for me. What's in there right now is a space for her to feel supported. It's not for me. I'm like, whatever. I can't. I would have went in there and shut it down. I would have been like, what you talking about? The bullshittery, so the bullshittery and seeking appearance. I'm not seeking appearance, honey. I was cast on this show, Miss Honey. But no, this drama is totally unnecessary. But I understand Priscilla being sensitive about her addiction. But not having to do with her competitors, like, and haven't really done anything wrong. You know. So then Madeline makes this announcement. She says there's only so many panty liners in a day, which kind of seemed like a lightweight dig at Hollow, which was funny. Digs are always funny, you know. So then there's intense, suspenseful music. So they come in. Eva says, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I guess Eva says when the day starts and when it ends and when the challenges are gonna, how the challenges are gonna go. But yeah. So Priscilla says, just to touch base, people where I'm from, we don't really get this opportunity like stuff to get on Dragula. And she said, when I got the call to be on Dragula, I wasn't in the best space in my life. I was going through withdrawals. And I felt like I had lost everything. And so it's something that's so personal to me, and sometimes it really takes a toll on me. And I'm sorry if I came across as a little overreacting yesterday. Yeah, I'm glad she's apologizing because she definitely overreacted. And I wasn't here for that. This fan is only hitting one of my eyeballs, so it's like drying this one out. And this one's like, hey, I need moisture. So then Hollow apologizes and says there was literally nothing malicious about it. She said, Louisiana painted my eyebrow with the Sharpie, and I laughed. Nothing was on purpose. I was not trying to clown around or take that moment from you. And this is a good ending to this conflict, because I might have popped. honestly, meeting people from the South and shit, and people with Trump supporting families and stuff, I might have just, you know, popped just a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of Dragula. Okay, that was flat. It's because I don't have a beverage. If I had a beverage, my notes would be hitting, honey. They would hit diff. Yeah. So Hollow asked Priscilla, do you do permanent marker before or after powder? I'm sitting there like, girl, that's a dumb question. Why would you put permanent marker on some wet oil-based foundation? Come on. You just wanted to talk to Priscilla, and that's cute. You should have just said, hey, sis, love you. Mwah. Because that was a dumb question, but it's whatever. It's whatever. So Dahlia's doing this rat face, which is beautiful. And I might have to find that prosthetic. Honestly, I might have to just do a prosthetic in general. I mean, aside from ears. So then the Boulet Brothers come out, and they're wearing wigs by Melissa B. Fierce, gloves by Melissa B. Fierce, and I don't know who these dresses are by, but they're giving me a hairspray tee with the spiders. So they say, tonight our competitors have been asked to dive into the dumpster by creating a fashionably filthy look. Oh. They said they had to do their makeup using only paper and Sharpies. Once they model their looks, they will be interviewed on the spot by our special fashion correspondent. Oh. I'm down for some Trixie Mattel cosmetics. Send the doll a piece of Trixie cosmetic. A piece of the Trixie cosmetics, honey. Get into it. Get into it. Yeah. So the special guest judge is Bitch Pudding, the season 2 winner. The next guest judge played Angela in a movie called Sleepaway Camp, which sounds horrifying. Because I've been to 2 sleepaway camps and it was kind of horrifying. Except for one sleepaway camp that I went to, I met a girlfriend. Her name was Kelsey. I thought I was so in love with that girl. But no. I must have just wanted to style her or something. You know how that goes. So Eva comes out. Eva is hairy and beautiful. Priscilla Chambers has this trash bag dress on. She's got some neon paint with a syringe. There's a possum coming out of her chest. She's got a PBR taped to her hand. Eva comes out, fat butt, hairy, the ultimate hair, just covered in hair, hairy belly. Looks like someone that would never date me, but you know. Louisiana Purchase comes out with the saran wrap. She's got these things that look like big pimples. They really look like those styrofoam balls from Michael's, but they're covered in saran wrap and neon paint. Landon Cider comes out as a mermaid who's choking on the trash that we put in the sea. Hollow Eve comes out, panty liners, tampons, tuna. She's pouring the tuna juice on her body. She's papping it, honey. Dahlia Black. Dahlia Black is the rat queen, apparently. She's got this beautiful green wig on. This wig is the Oscar the Grouch colored lace front wig. Madeline Hatter comes out in her Elizabethan thing with this basic white mug with some black squares on her eyes. Then she puts some black hairspray on her face, which I don't know. I really don't know. It's whatever. She put the black hairspray on her face. It was kind of cool. Then the girls are doing their individual stuff. Ooh, Hollow was eating the tuna. Madeline does a little more spray. Let's go, Floor. Show. So now the girls are going to get interviewed by their expert trashin' fashion correspondent, and I guess it is Disasterina. She says she's your special trashin' correspondent. Let's see how these ugly monsters are going to bring the trash to the table. So first up is Landon Sider from Long Beach, and Landon seems to be putting a little too much thought, not as much filth into this interview. Landon seems like he's trying to educate, which is a next when it comes to Disasterina. You kind of have to meet Disasterina's energy level, and that's not really, I mean, you can mention why you wore this, but don't be stuck on the save the ocean thing. I mean, yeah, you can be stuck on it, but don't. Not with Disasterina. You need to be funny with the shit. So Disasterina says, why are you so angry to Madeline Hatter? Madeline says, I have no idea. I just think I am. I'm just a big, giant, angry ball of sunshine. And Disasterina says, was it your childhood? Madeline says, nope, just people. Alright, that was a funny one. Very funny exchanges going on. So now Disasterina talks to Hollow Eve. And Hollow Eve says, oh, the costume's based on a lot of panty liners. And she says that might be her new drag name, which was hilarious. That was super funny to me. She says, she starts talking about this book about women's liberation called Cunt. And she says her outfit's composed of waste, the waste that women are supposed to be ashamed of, and she's here to say it's beautiful and it's fucking glamorous, and she's living in her goddamn fucking in the light woman trash fantasy, and no one can stop her. She did a lot. So Disasterina says, this is some serious stuff, Hollow, because yeah, it was too serious. You can't be too serious with Disasterina. You have to be a Kiki to meet her Kiki T. So now she's meeting with Louisiana Purchase. Oh my goodness. My legs are restless. Pick this up. See, this is realness. So she goes, how you doing, Louisiana? And Louisiana says, bound and tight. And then Disasterina says, what's the deep message you got going on here? And Louisiana says, well, there is no deep message, which is good after Hollow Eve. She says, lots of butthole, lots of legs, and lots of nudity. And a good time with your dad. Disasterina asks, are your legs better than mine? Louisiana says, absolutely. So now Disasterina's meeting with Dahlia Black. And she said, why'd you do rats? And Dahlia says, rats just really embody filth. And I want to exude beauty and confidence and filth and be a rat. Disasterina says, rats are very prolific. Do you feel prolific? And Disasterina says, they like to fuck a lot. Ah. That was kind of good chemistry. So now she's talking to Eva Destruction. She starts the interview. She says, what were your preconceptions about coming onto the show? And Eva goes, Eva looks so good though. She looks so amazing messing up. Look at this man. So now Disasterina says, from Asheville, North Carolina, it's Priscilla Chambers, which already sets it up to be great. Priscilla says she's just here to kiss a couple cousins. Disasterina says, are you coming for me? Priscilla says, no, I'd like to come on you, but never come for you. Priscilla knows what to say. Now Priscilla is deep-throating the entire microphone. I cannot take it. Priscilla slayed this interview in every single way. So the Boulet Brothers say, thank you for all the grit and grime that you guys had to go through to get these costumes and these looks set up. They say you made our job really difficult, as always. I want to remind you that drag is art and art is subjective, and we're not judging you on your drag. Ugh, I need this fan out of my eye. Because so Madeline is safe. Next they have Louisiana Purchase. Bitch Pudding says, I wish the hair was teased up more in the back because you're trash, you know, and the shoes, I thought they were too clean, but other than that, you look like a rock star. I love the pink acid bath. I love how Bitch Pudding talks. If you haven't met Bitch Pudding, you're missing out. The Boulet Brothers say it's not what they expected, not exactly what they expected from trash, but they love it. And the Disasterina interview made them want to get to know Louisiana more. Now they're on to Dahlia Black. Real Fish says, clearly you gave this a lot of thought. The Boulet Brothers say it's out of a park, amazing how your look is set up. You weren't particularly engaging with Disasterina or memorable. But the rat look is amazing. They said it was kind of a quirky approach to trash. And I know that you... Yes, Lord. Ah. Now they move on to Landon. They say, our concern was that we didn't see you. You chose to crawl out here. But they said you crawling covered up a lot of your outfit, which I don't agree with. Landon is a conceptual performer, honey, so that means conceptual runway walks, boo-boo, which means crawling. So they said middle of the road for me. I'm like, there's no such thing as Landon being middle of the road, honey. Have you seen this man? Next, I don't even want to hear no more critiques from them. Bitch Pudding says, I love your attention to detail. The way you choked up the gunk, and I could see that there was glitter in the gunk that you choked up. And that's the amount of detail, the amount of attention to detail that I want to see in the next winner of this competition. And I said, yes, Landon! Ooh. Daddy, daddy, oh, Dragula. Oh. So they're on to Hollow Eve's look, honey. They said, we fear you may have even made Disasterina feel a little uncomfortable. They love the message that you brought. They said it was F you to everything. And that you put so much effort into the waist up, and then the legs, they felt unfinished, and other stuff felt unfinished. And it didn't seem like... It didn't seem like a full silhouette. So then she says, I'm not here to be translated into anything but for women. She said, I put a beautiful look together using the things we've been asked for, and I would not change a single part of this from the head to the fucking toe. Jeez, here goes Hollow on another rant, which we need. I need Hollow to be ranting and giving this drama. Like, this is giving me life. Come through, Hollow. I mean, it is annoying. If I was there, I'd be annoyed in the heat of the competition. But I'm not there. And I need this. We need this. Hollow said, when women talk passionately, we sound like your mother, but sometimes when women talk passionately, women should just be listened to. I'm like, okay. Yeah, maybe my mother. So next they go with Priscilla Chambers. They said the look was perfectly trash queen. They said you took a little bit of your story in the boudoir and transformed it into a look that sometimes, and it expressed that sometimes you can use your feelings and put it into a look and express your emotions. Real Fish said, I'm completely blown away with you. And from your interview where you stayed completely in character, you were really trash. So then the Boulet Brothers give her more. Yeah, she gets all the lovely critiques, honey darling. So then Bitch Pudding says, you even had Disasterina's wheels turning in the interview. She was wondering what to say next, what you would say next. You had her on her toes. So now they move on to Eva Destruction. This is such a long video. Stay with me, guys. Ooh. I swear, as soon as I learn how to edit, I'm gonna edit and forget it. I'm not gonna forget how to, I'm just gonna forget these long videos. So Eva's costume was super basic for me. I just love that I got to see the butt. I got to see her smack the butt. I got to see the butt jiggle. I got to see when the butt walked out onto the stage and she sat into that hip and the butt jiggled and the butt. And then also the butt. Then, what else? The butt. No shade. No shade, babe. I'm just being real. The butt, though. About the butt. So, the Boulets give her a bad critique. They say it's too simple. Real Fish gives her a bad critique. Bitch Pudding gives her a bad critique. So Priscilla Chambers wins the challenge. She won a $1,000 prize package from Trixie Mattel Cosmetics. And then, yeah, this is well deserved. You killed it this episode, Priscilla. You did it. You zizz it. Zizz it. You zizz it, ho. Hit. Hey. Fuck it up. Hey. Okay. So Dahlia and Louisiana are safe. Landon is safe. Eva and Hollow are both up for extermination tonight. So they said, we're now halfway through this competition for y'all that have escaped so far. Good for you, but we want to make sure even the surviving competitors are just as filthy. That's why, with the exception of Priscilla Chambers, everyone will be participating in tonight's extermination. But it is only for Hollow Eve and Eva Destruction, where it will determine their fate and stuff, you know, in this competition and stuff, you know. You know. You know. So they're going to do the roach thing where each competitor has to blow a roach, try to blow the roach into their competitor's mouth, thus keeping it out of theirs. While the roach is in a PVC like type tube. Let's see about it. So Eva says, I feel kind of numb. I don't know exactly what I'm feeling. So Eva says, a roach will not send me home. I've sacrificed too much to be here. My name is Eva Destruction. And then out of nowhere, Hollow comes with, my name is Hollow, Eve of Destruction. I am a fucking monster, and maybe I don't belong here. My art is an elimination challenge, and it is what I do all the time. I do it with great metaphor and meaning. I never do it simply to shock you. There's not a moment of any visual aspect of any part of me that walks onto a stage that has not fully thought of the implication and any tiny, itty bitty action, performance, and visual element, and I'm proud of everything that I've done here, and I'm fucking proud of it. And then Dahlia walks out of the boudoir because Hollow's just too much. Hollow is too much. Is it called a soapbox when people do that? Oh my goodness. Now she's saying, maybe I'll stay, maybe I'll go. I don't give a fuck. I'm queer and I have a story and this is my stage and blah, blah, blah. And I love my leg and love every part of my look because it has more meaning. Hollow just swears her art is like, okay, like Hollow Hollow's just too much. Yeah, Hollow. Okay, Hollow still ranting. Okay. Hollow puts me to bed, honey. Like Jay Holiday. Hollow puts me to bed, bed, bed. So it's Dahlia and Louisiana against each other. Landon versus Madeline. And of course, Eva versus Hollow. Okay. Ooh, tight competition. Oh. Shook. So Louisiana got the roach into Dahlia's mouth. Landon got the roach into Madeline's mouth, which was great. A great job, Landon. Killed it. So now we're down to the people who it actually means something to, who it's actually life or death. Alrighty, the roach went into Hollow's mouth, and it's ironic because Hollow likes shit like roaches and worms in their mouth and stuff. So now we get to see who gets eliminated, who gets sent home. I mean, well, who gets killed virtually. Horror. So this SUV is pulling up. Oh, it's Hollow Eve, draped in the finest panty liners that money can buy. She hops out of the SUV. Oh, they put a plastic bag over her head. She's screaming in feminist. Oh, snap. Okay. They asphyxiate her to capacity. And then they show a picture of a crime scene, and she down there with her little bustle. She had her little bustle, her panty liners. She was ready to go, honey. Okay, so that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching along with me. Boulet Brothers Dragula, Season 3, Episode 5. Bye, you guys. Bam, 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 bam. Ooh, see, I stopped my whole note. I still don't have a drink here. See? Oh, I need my Earl Grey. Bye, you guys.